Hey guys, so today's video is going to be all about the products that I have been loving in the month of March. I've been doing a really good job this year so far with my monthly favorites videos. I have done one every single month so far in 2017. And I never used to be like an every single month I gotta do my favorites video before this year because I just didn't have favorites every month. So it's been a good makeup year so far. So my first favorite is of course this palette. This is the Morphe 35T palette. I'm not someone who wears makeup on a daily basis, but every time I wore makeup since I got this palette, I used something from this palette on my eyes. These shadows are so unbelievably pigmented, and the consistency of them makes it really easy for you to blend them out. I definitely have my favorite shade in this palette that I just reach for every single time I use this palette. I have this sort of light mauvey shade all over my eyes right now, and then this bronzy coppery shade in my inner corner, my inner third. Like I said, I've used this palette every single time that I've done my makeup since I got it, and I still have not used every single shade in this palette. That's one of my favorite things about it, is that there's so many different shades to choose from, and it's super inexpensive. It's like 22 bucks maybe. I got mine off the Lady Moss website. My one and only gripe with this palette is that there's no real highlight shade, especially for my skin tone. Like these two here are the lightest shades. Those are definitely not light enough to highlight someone with my skin tone. But easy fix, I usually just go in on my brow bone and my inner corner with whatever highlight I use on my cheekbones. So I'm so excited that I'm finally including this product in my favorites video because I spent so much money on this and I just didn't use it as much as I wish that I did. But recently I have been really reaching for it, and it is the Benefit Cheekathon palette, specifically Hoola bronzer. I have been using like a mad woman. It's what I use to bronze up my face today. As you can see, I went a little bit ham. I don't really reach for anything else all that much in this palette. I'm sure I will start using like Corlista and the Dandelion blush come springtime, now that it's all springy. I see those as more like springtime shades. But what I really want to talk about is this brush. I love this brush. It's so perfect for a not subtle contour, because I mean, ain't nothing subtle about that. But it makes it easier to blend out your contour. Usually, this is the only other real brush that I would use for contouring, and as you can see, this brush's bristles are a lot longer and less dense. It's fluffier, so this one is gonna give you a really super strong, defined contour. And I found that the only way I could use this brush to blend out my contour was by flipping it on its side, which half the time would cause my contour to go too low, and then I would have to bake underneath my contour, and it was just a big thing. This brush, I think it's so easy to apply your bronzer this way and to blend it out this way. It just blends it out perfectly. I think it's awesome that it comes here in this little kit, but I don't think that you can buy this brush by itself. But this brush does come with all the boxed powders, so if you bought any of these powders by themselves, you would get this brush. I still love my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I need to try using this brush with that bronzer because I do love Hoola, I really do, but I think it's the brush that I really love, you know? That makes me love Hoola so much. I think it's the brush. If you saw my Sephora haul, you saw this coming. This is the Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush. It's in the shade Party. I got this little sample size as a freebie for my birthday because March was my birthday month. This is my new all-time favorite blush. My new all-time favorite pink blush. It's basically that, just a pink blush, but this lasts all stinking day. In that Sephora haul, I will link it in the cards if you have not seen it yet. I did a wear test with all the makeup that I used in that video, and you can see after like 8.5 hours that this blush is still on my cheeks. I also love the pigmentation of these blushes. They're not so incredibly pigmented that you need to be careful or use a light hand, but they're not so sheer that you have a hard time seeing it on your face. They have the perfect buildable pigmentation is how I can put it. You can lightly dust it on your cheeks for just a little bit of something on your cheeks, or you can pile it on and build it up to the pigment that you want. As you can see, I want a little bit ham today. But if you're not like a crazy pink blush wearer, they have a bunch of different shades and they last all day. So for the lasting power alone, I recommend these blushes. This is the Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer. This is the smoothing primer. I'm obsessed with this. You guys know I love my Pro Matte by L'Oreal, and I didn't realize how badly that foundation sunk into my pores until I got a free sample of this from Sephora. This stuff is incredible. It fills in your pores completely. This stuff is 100% worth the hype. If you have a foundation that you love but it just sinks into your pores, get this, get it. I just want to mention really quick, this is the 0.5 ounce bottle, which is 17 bucks, and the 1 ounce size is 37. So it's cheaper to get 2 of these, but you get the same amount of product as one big one. High-end brands love to do that. I don't get it, but it's cheaper to get the smaller size. I also really love the packaging, and it's got a really small opening, so it makes it nearly impossible to squeeze out too much. That way you will waste product, which is good because this is hella expensive. All right, let's talk about a few lip products. I've been using this combo a lot recently, which is weird because I don't like normal traditional lipsticks, but I bought this Maybelline lipstick in the shade Bare All, and it is so pale, which I thought I was gonna be able to pull off because of how pale I am, which I guess I could if my lips were super moisturized. This lipstick on its own, I find really accentuates any dryness I have on my lips, which is why I like to layer it on top of the Colourpop Lippie pencil in the shade Aquarius. This is the combo that I have going on my lips right now. I also like to maybe just line the outside of my lips with Aquarius and then fill in the whole lips with the Maybelline lipstick, and that way it sort of makes my lips look a little bit plumper, juicier, you know, a little poutier. That's the word I was looking for, poutier. I love the Colourpop Lippie pencils. They're super duper matte, so if you like a matte lip look but you don't like liquid lipsticks because they're too dry, try the Colourpop Lippie pencils, and these are both products that are super inexpensive. This is the Stila Stay All Day liquid lipstick. It's in the shade Beso. This is my new favorite go-to red lipstick. This is another product that I tried out in that Sephora haul first impressions video, so you can see that in the wear test also how well this lasted. I got this as a 100-point perk from Sephora, and I already have a full size of this formula in my Sephora cart because of how well this lasted. It's so pigmented. They smell pretty good, but the scent doesn't linger or anything, so as soon as you put it on your lips and it dries, it goes away. It's sort of a more moussey formula, but it dried down completely matte, completely dry. It wasn't sticky, it wasn't tacky, and it didn't bother me throughout the day. I wasn't worried about what my lipstick looked like all day. I pretty much forgot that I was wearing it all day. And one of my absolute favorite things about this is that it doesn't stain my lips. I love the Dose of Colors liquid lipsticks. Merlot, it's like the true red shade Merlot, stains my lips like crazy. Colourpop Creeper is also beautiful, super inexpensive, but it stains my lips like crazy. This does not stain my lips. I wore it for 8.5 hours that day that I filmed that video, and I showed you guys at the very end of the video, it does not stain my lips. So there you have it, short, sweet, and to the point. That completes this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss any future videos of mine, and I will see you guys next time.